I haven't seen you since the play.
Yahoo!
Yeah, so I did. October has been sort of the prophesied month that I have been waiting for since theaters reopened. This has been this legendary mark on the calendar.
Yeah.
This whole month for movies. It's movie month.
I've been talking about it for months to me.
I've been
Maybe not on
fucking
the
psyching
podcast.
it up. Yeah, because I have a very empty life. This is really like all I got. All I got going for me currently is the movies coming out in the month of October. The only flaw is that Jackass Forever was bumped to February.
That's right. You were looking forward to that.
Oh my god, am I looking forward to it. Because I will say, I go to the movies like once or twice a week now. I have seen the Jackass Forever trailer now many times, and it always gets a rise out of the audience. When much supposedly bigger or more, anticipated movies are releasing trailers, and it's just fucking crickets over the whole audience, but the Jackass Forever trailer plays like fucking gang, and it is nostalgia a little, like you're seeing
there's also like a sense of shock.
There's
like,
also something so visceral about like watching a man get launched through a ceiling, and it's like an almost 50-year-old man getting like gored by a bull. You know what I mean? Like there is something really visceral about that. And then also like the nostalgia when you're like, it's Steve-O. I haven't seen Steve-O in so long, except on Hot Ones. That's the only time where I've seen Steve-O recently. But yeah, October has been stuffed to the fucking gills. Let me pull up the.
Anderson, we've got Edgar Wright.
We got Wes. Yeah, he's coming up this weekend. Of course, I got that booked. Dune came out. James Bond came out, which was not like my favorite movie of the year, but I had a good old time.
Sure.
Titan was released onto the public. The Last Duel was released onto the... Oh my god, it's been a storied month, a prophesied month. I think Many Saints of Newark, I think, was late September, but also that movie wasn't exceptionally good. So
release, look, let's be real. This was a cinematic harvest, and it aligned with the harvest season. Like, that's just kind of what happened.
As it should. And it's not that this doesn't somewhat happen every year, because this is where they're stacking up not only your good spooky movies, but also this is where they're starting to roll out what they think are going to be awards contenders.
Right. It's so bizarre. It's wild.
Yeah, it's how they do it. And it didn't used to be this way. I mean, if you would go back, 20, 30 years, you would see all kinds of movies coming out all year round. But in a landscape but also during that period of time, movies would play for months. You know what I mean? Like your movie would come out in April, and it wouldn't necessarily come out even like on both coasts at the same time. It would kind of just like roll and play for as long as it would. And obviously that time is behind us because of things like streaming and rentals and the cost of movie theater tickets. It's all. It's a whole
wild time. I'm thinking about it. What's also interesting. It was my birthday yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday! I did not know. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I'm very low.
I don't know anyone's birthdays.
Yeah, I'm the exact same. It's the only reason I still have a Facebook.
I know my own. Like that. Everything else that I need to remember is in like the calendar. I'm like, oh, okay. It's this person's birthday.
So I got to see a couple Broadway shows, which I haven't seen.
Ooh, Broadway!
And so much reopened.
Yeah.
Like literally this past week even. And like this past weekend, I can think of off the top like 4 shows that reopened or opened, right? Wild, right? Crazy stuff. I got to see some stuff. Besides the controversies for some of the shows that are opening / have opened, there's also talk about how the desire to come see a show in person is not strong enough yet for the amount that we have unloaded onto the world.
Sure, it's almost too much supply and
the
not enough.
Tourism is not sustainable enough. It is mostly Broadway specifically is mostly a tourist attraction, right? That's kind of, unfortunately, to an extent, that's what it is, identity-wise, and like we're not getting as many tourists as we typically would.
No,
and that's
for understandable
for good
reasons.
reason. Yeah, exactly.
I think we're all on the same
different
page that
kinda
maybe
hit.
that's for the best. But some vaccinated, some travel. That's all totally fine. But yeah, I understand that it's not the usual.
But
glut.
it's just like
it just simply
there's
isn't.
still a pandemic. There's still hesitation. Like I know people that still won't eat indoors. You know what I mean? And like that's valid. Like I
don't really. No, I have done either like outdoor or to go still for the last.
Yeah, I mean,
how long has it been? 19 months.
Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of like I'm vaccinated and I wear my mask literally everywhere. But like
yeah.
I don't know. Indoor dining is something that I'm kind of like, that's something I'm willing to do, just as my relationship with food.
And
but,
you are
yeah, no,
also doing it safely. Like, you are approved to do these things. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. You did ask about the Adventures of Jim Bond. That is how you
yes,
the adventures.
Okay, because so I asked
my pal Jimmy
about that one because First of all, this episode that we're going to talk about is the spy episode.
Absolutely. So James Bond is
naturally
apropos.
Is part of the pastiche that they're playing with, the source material, the reference, and also recently, I didn't realize that Billie Eilish did the
It's just no time to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it kind of whips.
And it brought back to me that like Bond is like a musically significant franchise. Like there's something about it. It's like, what's the Bond song, you know?
One of the few movies used to have more songs. And I'm not just talking about like dropping a song on the jukebox. I'm talking about like there used to be more original non-orchestral tracks in films.
Yeah.
And if you thought a film was at all significant, you had a major artist write like a song for it. And there's good and there's bad to that. But
right,
James
Disney
Bond
still basically holds to that, you know? But that's also because Disney's maintained a musical identity.
Disney does
That's not necessarily a good thing.
push it on most of its projects. It's like, yes, they did have like Avenged Sevenfold write a song for Avengers 1, but they didn't push that. But because kind of just by virtue of tradition, James Bond is like the only movies that are still doing A, those songs, or B, elaborate opening credits sequences.
Well, that's always been the thing. Like, you know, that's like
absolutely, that's
and so
tradition.
And the first thought, not to get too far ahead, but the first thought I had when rewatching the episode today was literally like, now I want to go see the new James Bond just for the Bond opening with Billie Eilish. Like, you know, like for that's what I wanted. That's what I want out of it. But now I'm like, should I go back and watch? Because I haven't watched like any Bond, and if I have, I don't remember a lick of it. But like,
I mean, yeah,
it's like, should I? I mean, my question is like, okay, do I need to watch the previous Daniel Craig ones to understand what this one's gonna be? You know?
Sure. So let me offer my skewed perspective on this. Is that yes, there is, so there's been 4 previous Craig Bonds before this. And they have been of wildly varying qualities. So a full series rewatch, I simply cannot recommend as someone that values your time.
I do love a collection. I do love a franchise. I feel like if I could make it through fast, I could make it through.
Yeah, if you can get through Fast 1 and
I can
Fast
get through.
2.
I got through most of the DC, the CW.
Oh, okay.
Arrowverse. Like I was in airing order. Like I'm committed to completion sometimes, and it's really not beneficial for my health. But
yeah, and I'm selectively completist. You know what I mean? Like I am completist up to a point where I go like I'm full. I can't. And also with something like the CW TV universe, it just got too big for a reasonable person.
I'm at the last season up before I set a stop point for me. I was like, okay, look, the big super crossover, the like
Crisis.
Crisis on Infinity. Well, they did they did Infinite Crisis, and then they did Crisis on Infinite, or I don't know. I can't remember.
I
Which
hate
one. It's the same
books.
thing that they did with the comic books, where everything was
I hate
Crisis,
them.
something.
Yeah, it's Crisis became.
I was
their,
like, I want to watch this
naming
massive
convention.
crossover because this is a huge deal that they pulled this off,
Yeah.
right? And I'm in the last season of it, but there's so many shows, and they're each hour-long episodes. I couldn't.
It's impossible.
I've been stuck on this final season.
It got to the point where, in order to keep up with it, it had to be basically the only thing you were watching, and I was like, I can't. I want to watch something that isn't this.
Right.
Isn't this like aggressively mediocre product? And I like a few of those shows, but it's like, come on now.
I mean, look, some of them started good, but it was anyway. It was the
good
Arrowverse.
ones are, again, we are talking about wild, like Craig Bond, wildly varying qualities, even within a show.
If I can do that, I can do the Bond movies. And I was like, should I go back to the beginning and just like watch some source material?
So Casino Royale is the masterpiece. It is that's the first one. That's the first Craig. It's the one with Ava Green and Mads Mikkelsen, Jeffrey Wright. It's got a wonderful, beautiful cast, and it is the exemplar of this franchise. It is. I've watched it many, many times, and I don't care about James Bond as like an entity. He means nothing to me. But that movie is incredible, and you should watch that one, even just for fun.
Which one is this?
Just to like enjoy it because it's a good movie.
Which one is this?
Casino Royale. It came out in like 06. But so long ago that you might as well not have.
I don't think I was old enough to process the kind of dialogue that was coming at me.
It's also dense. That one has a lot of like. It's going to take you a couple watches.
No,
to
and
be
if
like,
I was, if I was young, my ADHD was just like, nope, you're not going to get any of this movie.
I have only seen every other Craig Bond movie, and these movies are the first Bond movies that are like, we're kind of carrying over a storyline from movie to movie, and it it really varies.
Like as in the franchise with Daniel Craig,
the franchise which previously has been almost entirely standalone from.
Oh, okay, cool.
The old Bond movies are completely standalone. You can watch any one in isolation, and you are not missing real context.
Right.
But Casino Royale, then there was one that came out after that, Quantum of Solace, and I heard it wasn't very good, so I didn't go see it. And that was how I lived my life. And then a couple years after that, Skyfall comes out. Skyfall, that's a good movie. Okay. You would enjoy that. You should watch that movie.
And how much context am I going to need, though?
I mean, I would say... Okay, so the problem with the Craig Bond No Time to Die, now in theaters... is that it follows up on plot threads from the preceding Bond film called Spectre, which is bad, but I almost respect them not throwing all the plot lines in the ocean just because it was bad. Do you know what I mean? Because there's that thing sometimes where movies do is like, we all agree this movie was bad, so let's all put all the plot threads in the sea. And I'm like, nah, I respect that you kind of like, you went, okay, this movie wasn't good, no one liked it, but we're not throwing it in the garbage. And
so specifically that one is like you should watch it to understand
that
what's going on.
But like,
but it's not good. If I don't watch
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I didn't see Spectre, but I saw No Time to Die. And there were, like... It took me a second to, like, put it together, but it's only as complex as this is a French blonde woman in a James Bond movie. I understand everything I need to know about this character from those adjectives. You know what I mean? Like, it's not... You're not picking up on the fourth book in the Dune series. It's a French blonde woman. Put it together. Add it up. Get out your fucking abacus. I think you can figure it out. Right. And then Christoph Waltz appears as the bad guy from the previous James Bond movie. Here is all the context you need to know. He is a bad guy. And he's played by Christoph Waltz. And I, again, did not see the movie that either of these characters originally appeared in. So there's a little, like, emotional context that I'm missing. But, like, I would honestly say just, like, read the fucking Wikipedia. Just, like, read the Wikipedia summary and then go see No Time.
I mean, I'm a glutton for punishment. I'll watch it. Like,
I
already think...
I think it's, like, on Hulu. Just go for it,
Yeah. I'm like,
I understand.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, as someone that's only
Live your
now
life.
recently starting to get into like movies, because I never used to really go. And I mean, I've liked movies ever since I went to a school that had a mostly film majors, and I was like, oh wait, this is actually very cool. My family
movies
didn't
are
really.
cool.
I was like, oh, this is actually fucking sick. Okay,
Neat.
Cool.
All
Yeah.
right.
And,
And they make a lot of these movies.
whoa.
They make all.
Wait, I have so much catching up to do. So
There's,
that's
like,
been my
tons of these?
mentality about it. So I'm
Oh,
like, if I
man.
have to like binge a bunch of James Bond to be competent in like an icon in the spy genre, then like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll do it.
Yeah, I say go for it. The Craig ones are the ones to watch. I think partly because they are, the modern filmmaking action techniques, so it's easier to slip into. It is not paced as deliberately paced as a movie from the 1960s. But also, the Craig Bonds have a much greater reduced number of times James Bond rapes a woman. It's a much less. It's a real, like, a lot less racism per capita in the Craig Bond movies. Where, like,
exactly,
the only way to watch an old James Bond movie is as an archaeologist. You're like, I am venturing back into a culture I don't recognize, and I am trying to unearth what they believed. and James Bond is a particular window into that, to a certain degree.
Yeah, that's real as fuck.
They're interesting as, like, a historical context, because James Bond as a franchise is always chasing trends. It's something that's always been a part of the James Bond franchise. It's like, if there's a hot, location to visit, if there's an interesting, theater piece that's happening, we'll set a set piece there because that is what is hot and what is happening. And like the Craig Bonds, start out being like, hey, these Jason Bourne, starring Matt Damon, these movies are cool. So let's kind of do something like that. And then they become like, hey, Christopher Nolan movies are cool. What if we did something like a Christopher Nolan movie? And it kind of, I mean, God help us, I feel like whatever the next incarnation of this is going to have, like, Marvel Joss Whedon pithy ironic dialogue, and I'm sure we all have that to look forward to. But it's a trend chaser. As much as it is itself iconic, it is also always chasing that car, chasing that lead.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, they're cultural curios, but, like, will you enjoy them as movies?
Half the
don't
time,
think
maybe
so.
a little less.
Maybe less. I'm bet. Like, if you went back and you watched all, 20 some odd James Bond movies.
No, I'm not trying to do that.
I'm saying you'd like 10, like, max.
Okay.
And a few of those would be, like, really stretching the word "like," is what I'm predicting.
Right. Yeah. Well, there you go.
But, like, you do get to see, like, Madonna do a sword fight in one of them. So you're like, that's fun. That's neat.
Is that the one where she did the theme song, too?
Yeah, Die Another Day. Which is not a good movie, but is also a good movie. Does that make sense? Like, it's not, like, a good movie, but it's also, like, pretty watchable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then you get into, like...
ever today. I watched...
Oh, please.
So I'm like, it's spooky season. I have not watched nearly enough horror movies as I would have wanted to this month. I think I've just had too much on my plate because everything's crazy.
Yeah, you've had a lot going on. Just as someone that is privy to certain elements of your life.
Right. So, like, what was I just saying? Yeah, my birthday.
You
was
just
yesterday.
rewatched one of your favorite movies.
Listener, I am stoned.
As opposed to your normally stone cold sober method of podcasting.
Well, I'm usually pretty sober sometimes.
I know what you mean.
I don't know.
Hey, listen.
Oh, I was watching earlier today. That's it. I have this one pulpy horror flick called Cthulhu Mansion.
Oh boy.
And it's great. It is fab. It is so good. It's made in the 90s, right? It was from this team in Madrid, Spain. And they were, like, pretty big deal there. Oh god, I can't remember the name from the team. They were very well known. So, like, in this region, like, this production would have been considered like a B+ movie. You know what I'm talking about as far as budget. You get it to, like, American standards, it's like this is still a C movie, but there's something about it that's like really great. Anyway, it's like on 35 millimeter. It makes hardly any sense. It's
Hell
just
yeah.
like there's elements of magical realism intertwined with a loose relationship with like Lovecraftian cosmic horror, and it's so dumb, but it's so pretty. It's so
Okay.
It's really pretty, and it's all practical effects, and that's really fun to me. And it's one of those where it's like, no, it's not a good movie. Yes, it's very watchable.
I get that. All right, I'll
Yeah.
throw this on the old Letterbox watch list. I will keep myself.
I'll
myself
lend it to you.
Yeah, please. If
Got it on
those
the
old,
disc.
Spain and Italy, obviously they did not have the budget to throw around to their horror
No,
movies
but
that say
they're iconic
American
in their
movies
own
do.
rights with their relationship.
Absolutely. And I think they value a different aspect of the production than most American productions would. Is that like you watch even the worst Italian horror movie you've ever seen, they still like lit that movie like a motherfucker. They still
with
like,
their like giallo, yeah.
yeah, they put on all the good, gels and all the good neons, and they just like they're like, we'll use all the cool lights. And yeah, we had no money, but like there's a certain, it's something we don't, I think, generally have here in America, of like there's a certain value to something just being aesthetically pleasing whether or not it serves a function. There's something about like weird,
Right,
does that make
it's like-
sense?
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like it's kind of that like transcends quality, and it just enters. It's kind of like camp, but like it's not quite camp. I don't know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And it's like there are also different things that they are like completely okay with on like a production standpoint. Is that like you watch an Italian movie, at least like a certain caliber of Italian movie, and you're like, the whole thing is dubbed. 100% of it is,
Oh my god!
is dubbed
No, this
in
Cthulhu Mansion,
the
it's
native
like,
language,
at
but
least
like
80% is English.
you know that like none of the dialogue you're hearing is what was recorded on the day, even though it is like the same actor saying
Right?
the same
Yeah.
lines.
No. Yeah.
And that's not a flaw. That's just how they make movies over there. And I can't personally like understand it or testify to it, but if you put on one of those, you're like, this is what I signed up for. This is how they make movies.
It's it's very much that vibe, and it's one of those things where it's so fun to watch. It's
Absolutely.
What happened?
I just said absolutely.
Oh yeah, it's just so.
I
fun.
agreed with you, but I
Thank you.
interrupted you to
No.
agree with you. This was the first October where I endeavored to watch a bunch of spooky movies, and part of it was my own previous cowardice, and part of it was like being partnered to someone who does not enjoy scary movies. So it was hard to like schedule that out.
Sure.
And obviously we're not done here, but I've watched 15 scary movies in the month of October.
All right, what have you watched?
Okay, so the first one, we kicked off the season right with Malignant. We
What a-
kicked
what a
off
nuts-
the
that was
season
just stupid fun.
right.
No,
with
you nailed it.
Malignant.
It's one of those things. Where
I
it's
love
like,
it. It's so
it's
fun.
so self-aware.
It's so good.
It's so self-aware, and it's brilliant.
And the last
and
like 30 minutes of Malignant, hot damn.
yeah,
Hot damn. I don't want to spoil it. Listeners, when it pops back on HBO Max, fucking just put it on and have a good fucking time with Malignant. It's so good. Then I watched all 5 films in the Final Destination franchise.
okay, that's on my list. Mhm.
Oh, Jace, they're so
No,
good.
When
They
I was
essentially
younger, I was
made-
mortified. Mortified. Apparently, mortified means embarrassed. I always thought it meant like scared to death because it literally means
Oh,
like
that's
dead.
interesting. I think
anyway.
it is definitely used to mean both things.
I thought so. I don't know. Anyway, I
Okay.
was always so terrified of scary movies, but there was one time where I caught a glimpse of Final Fantasy, and I was like, I fucking want to watch that. What?
They're
That looks awesome.
exclusive. They essentially made the same exact movie 5 times,
Great.
and 4 of them are really, really good.
Great.
One of them is not as good, but there's still a couple good moments where people are killed in very strange ways. Because what I like about this franchise, which for listeners who don't know, every movie is predicated on one person receives a prophetic vision of an imminent disaster, and they and several other people avoid disaster, so they essentially avert death, but death will always come to collect, and so over the course of the rest of the film, each person who avoided the disaster will die in usually some comically over-contrived Rube Goldberg machine of death. It's always so good. Every time, a character walks into, like, a tanning salon, and you're like, oh, how's this gonna go? Oh, man, how is the tanning salon gonna kill these two people? Oh, man, oh, boy.
That reminds me of, like, Saw. Like, first of all, Saw, I was absolutely, for me, I was like, I can't do that stuff. Like, that was like, I can't do that.
Saw 1.
Saw 1, let me tell
Saw
you.
1.
Watching Saw 1 changed the way I thought about horror movies fundamentally. Right. Because I remember being done with that movie and going, they only show blood. Like, they only do any sort of, like, that and show it one time, and they don't even really do it. Most of it is imagination.
The rest of it lives in your head. It's the implication of violence. It
is. Oh my god! It just blew my mind. And then as those developed, those became okay. What kind of clever traps and all that shit can we drive? And those were also contemporaries, weren't they? For the most part, Saw and the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I think Saw is like what 2000, 2001, and the first Final Destination is 2000. So it is. Yeah. So they are contemporary franchises, and Saw ended up being much more like financially successful. But I am still so glad that we got 5 of these fucking Final Destination movies.
5 is a big achievement.
5 is good, and
5
you know
is honestly actually huge. Like, we're in the age of like monstrosities, but like that's a big deal.
Oh, for sure. Of a consistent quality throughout, and through like much changing like digital technology over the course of 11 years. We end in like 2011.
I love watching that though. I mean, I'm a horror for practical
really cool,
effects, but still.
But it's still, and I think these movies generally use them pretty good. Again, except for the bad one. The bad one does not use them as good. But and with like completely different casts every time, and it's like a miracle that they are as good and watchable as they are, but they're exquisite, and I love them. And I would love to reboot them. Blumhouse, call me. Please, Jason Blum.
That's actually,
get my number.
That would be a Blumhouse. I would. What did they recently revive? Blumhouse.
Halloween.
Oh, wow, okay, duh. Yeah, no, the one
which is another thing I watched.
Yeah.
I watched the original Halloween and then the 2 new ones, which I'd never seen any of them. Yeah, original Halloween, crisp. I mean,
great.
Just like...
genre-defining.
It razor-sharp efficiency. Is that, just like, in and out, 90 minutes. Michael Myers comes in, kills some guys, and then we're out. See ya. See you next time. Really good. And I, to various degrees, enjoyed both of the new, like, reboot Halloweens with, Judy Greer and directed by David Gordon Green. I enjoyed them both to various extents. I had a good time.
We've got the Chucky reboot TV series that's coming out, or / came out.
I think it's starting. Like, it's on Sci-Fi now. It has begun airing. I think next year...
I'm curious.
I think next year Chucky is going to be... I run the Chucky franchise, like, in totality. I think that's what I'm looking at. Not the reboot with Aubrey Plaza, but all the original, like, Brad Dourif ones I will run. And I will, that's the plan.
Oh, you're going to watch those?
I'm going to watch them all next time, next year.
Next Halloween?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a crazy... I saw one of the Chucky movies, but I don't even remember. I don't know which one. I couldn't tell you which one it was. And I remember being like, this is so stupid and so fun.
Love it. Yep. So fun. Every time. And they're good comedy horrors. You know what I mean? And I love when those two genres like hang out.
Have you seen Dave Made a Maze?
No, not yet. We actually talked about this a couple weeks ago. I don't want to overhype It's on the list.
But I think this is a great movie that you're really gonna like.
I think I'm gonna enjoy it. Whenever it's on the list, I will hopefully knock it out. I might not even like wait till October. It might be something I knock out.
No, I think it's on Shudder right now.
I think it's on. I know it's on like Peacock. Or like and I think it's in a couple places right now. But I don't have Shudder, but I have a lot of other things, and also I'm willing to like pay $4 to like rent a movie. I mean, please. I mean,
Yeah.
I will
have
take
Shudder.
it.
I can't believe I haven't given it to you yet. I mean,
That's okay.
sorry, FBI. What?
No, it's okay. I really want to watch that horror noir documentary. I know there's a lot of other things
it's a
on
really good
Shudder,
one.
but I
It's a
really
really
want to
good
watch that documentary.
Also, really fun, campy stuff on there. You've got Creepshow,
Cool.
based on the old comic books.
Mm-hmm.
So it's super low budget, and whenever I look at it and I go, okay, this is a brilliant, and it's just a brilliant decision. Whenever they want to do something that would require very large budget, they do that. They zoom out, and it's like a comic book panel, and then they zoom back in on a different one. You know what I mean? Like, instead of doing a transformation, they just go, like, we pull out, and they reference that they're a comic book. It's super campy, super fun. Some of them are quite scary. Some of them are camp fun. Great cast. I believe some Community cast members are also in Creepshow. Let's see here.
In the original Creepshow?
No, the television series.
Oh, the television series.
It's a Shudder original. It's an anthology.
Oh, okay.
So it's usually each episode is 2 stories.
Oh,
And
cool.
Season 3 just came out, and let me see, because I know I'm almost positive that.
There's definitely
Okay, we've got
somebody in
Giancarlo Esposito's in it.
Oh, we love that.
There's definitely more.
They're hiding here. Ooh, Anna Camp. I see Anna Camp. I see Kiefer Sutherland. I see Ali Larter from the Final Destination franchise.
I guess I looked the wrong area. I wasn't getting the whole thing. I feel like someone from Community is in this, though. I'm not sure.
Besides Giancarlo Esposito.
Maybe it was Giancarlo.
I see, well, Darcy Carden, Adam Pally, Breckin Mayer. Okay. All right, Creepshow.
It's
Okay.
fun.
Dana Gould.
Also, I must say it, my favorite drag TV show is on Shudder, called Dragula. So imagine RuPaul's Drag Race meets Fear Factor.
I mean...
So instead of lip syncing for your life, they do these extermination challenges, which are like Fear Factor challenges, which is awesome.
Extermination
and then,
challenges.
like, after they do them, they film campy horror death sequences with the queen that gets eliminated.
Like
so they're extermination challenges because they kill the fucking queen. It's great. It's so fun. And
Keith David was on Creepshow.
Keith David!
Community's Keith David. I would be honestly more surprised if he hadn't been on it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I would be like, you guys haven't, like, chilled out for Keith David?
Shout out to this guy? Come on.
Get Keith David. Come on.
What are you
You're a horror anthology and he hasn't even, like, done a voice? Come on.
No, he's...
Get your shit together.
Some of it's really scary. Like, one of them, like, freaked me out, which was cool.
Absolutely. Anyway, the only other, like, notable horror stuff that I've done was I watched Julia Ducournau's 2 movies. 2, like, body horror experiences. The first one was called Raw. I don't know. Have you heard of Raw?
I haven't.
Okay. It's a French-Belgian production. It is about a young woman going off to veterinary school, and during the hazing process at veterinary school, she's been raised, like, strictly vegan her entire life, right? And during the process at veterinary school, she has to eat, like, a raw rabbit kidney or something like that. It's like the first meat she's ever tasted. Okay. And then she suddenly develops, like, an insatiable appetite for meat in all of its forms and like flesh, and like it's really chilling, but also an excellent, like, coming of age movie. And also, like,
have you seen Ginger Snaps?
Ginger Snaps? No.
Ooh.
Is that the one about, like, a scout troop?
No, it is about a young girl werewolf.
Hello.
Coming of age.
Waiting on IMDb to load. Bad website.
It's kind
Here we go.
There's something pretty queer about it, but also.
Oh, and I watched the ultimate coming of age queer horror movie, Jennifer's Body.
Well, naturally.
As
you
course
should, which deserves an entire podcast on its own about how the marketing.
Yeah, that's our follow-up podcast. We're doing
that movie's reputation within the zeitgeist.
We're doing Jennifer's Body Minute. We review a minute of Jennifer's Body every episode until we are done with Jennifer's Body. It's going to be great. But this is, of course, Advanced Community Studies, a podcast where we watch and talk about the American television comedy show Community, 1 or 2 episodes at a time. We are also the premier podcast on the Yahoo Screen Podcasting Network. I am one of your hosts, TV's Kevin Lanigan, and I don't have to sneak up on people to be weird. I'm weird at picnics.
I didn't write down a quote. Hey, listener, I'm high because it was just my birthday and it's recreationally legal in New York. Community quote. What's up? My name's Jace. I use they, them pronouns.
Insert community quote here. I'll have a bogey with a gun. Hold no pickles and a side of gun. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And we are here, God bless, to talk about the community's final paintball episode.
It's a really smart move.
I think it was... Okay, well, let's dive on in, because we've already talked about... We've talked about horror movies for half an hour. Season 6, Episode 11, Modern Espionage, directed by Rob Schraub, written by Mark Stegman. In this episode, Greendale Paintball has gone underground, and as Frankie tries to make Greendale a cleaner place to be, Greendale students and staff are not having it and insist on engaging in a paintball game anyway, and it becomes a pastiche of spy and espionage films. As I appreciate that up until this point, the final season of Community has not just been a greatest hits. It hasn't just been, let's do all of our big things again.
I'm pretty sure there's a few Abed meta jokes that even kind of refer to that.
Right. There are lots of those, and I it's still noticeably Community. It's still like noticeably.
Oh, they do it. No, they do it in this episode. When he's in the den. You know what I'm talking about? He's in the den. He's in the club. And he goes, I think the guy from Meow Meow Beans is here, and they were like, nope, don't do any more callbacks. Like, not.
Don't talk about.
We're not doing that right now. And it's just fun that they're like, okay, look, we'll give you at least one of them, but like we're not doing it again.
Exactly. And it's not that we haven't like not been acknowledging it, but we have these new characters that we wanted to play around with, and I appreciate a final season that like is still trying to do something new, not just be fan wank, nostalgia. But I do also think, yes, it was a good idea to get in like one last paintball for the road, and it was probably a good call to make it like the third to last episode of the season. So the stakes can be much lower, so the pressure can be much lower. We're not trying to top what we did in Modern Warfare, or certainly what we did in the 2-part paintball finale of season 2.
Right.
And so we're allowed to like play in a much more conserved, refined space, and consider we don't have the budget to beat those things. I think it was completely the right call on all levels to do this exact episode.
And that's why I think it was so smart is the fact that they went, okay, how can we keep paintballs without doing all out like warfare scenes like we've done in these other ones, to go espionage, where it's like the whole intention of it is like, don't show that you've got a gun. There's smart stuff, and
instead of trashing the entire school and pumping it full of red lights, in through all the windows or whatever, it's like, yeah, we're playing it pretty discreet. Oh, one person got shot, but you don't need to destroy the set.
Fucking earpieces, and that's about it. Like, it's brilliant. It's just fun. It's smart. It's great, and also it makes sense because I was just thinking, there's no way Frankie would have ever actually played paintball. It's the only way they could have integrated her into some. It's brilliant. It's really smart.
It's good. It's using like really Frankie putting like us finally putting in perspective the impact she's had in these past 11 episodes. It's really like putting in stark relief the season 5 finale, which is like the school is almost sold to a sandwich corporation, and we found buried gold underneath the school, and there's like all this bananas nonsense, and then Frankie shows up, and guess what? We're taking classes again. We're doing normal stuff. We're normal now, and putting that in stark relief as like Community just tries to eke out, and it's interesting that meta story that like the the villains of this piece are the ones who are trying to fight against what Frankie is bringing to the television show community, right? It's like the people placed in the wrong are the people placed opposite Frankie. The show's position is, no, what she did was good. We should listen to her more often.
Yeah, I love that they also get to play with her a little bit too. Like, I'm already thinking of the post-credit sequence, specifically like the way Chang reads one of his lines that he's been given.
Can we go to the zoo?
It's
Can we?
so it's you see it's so because it's just he's like, I'm an actor, I'm gonna take this fucking seriously, like obviously
he says it so indignantly. It's Elroy, I made a stinky. You know, Chris, I like big trucks, I saw a fire truck today. And Frankie responding to them in turn, right? Like she's playing, oh, yeah, that's interesting. Nice. We all made a stinky. It's so good. It's this whole episode is so fucking delightful, including but not limited to fucking Cap Dean America Winter Soldier
reference
when he takes out an entire elevator of guys by accident. It's so good.
It's awesome. It's perfect. You know, it's just makes. I mean, they reference the Marvel movies many a time in this. There is a very distinct relationship with the MCU and Community for some reason. I wonder what it could be. And just like it's one of those things where when rewatching it today, just the way his face reacts when all these guys get in the... Like, it's so clearly a reference to it, but it's also subtle enough that if you don't know to look for that reference... First time I watched it, didn't know it was a reference.
Yeah, I could see... I think maybe someone had to, like, point out to me... Because it's a funny sequence in and of itself, right? It's a good kind of reference where even if you don't get the reference, it is of itself gratifying, you know? And... it is a good sequence, and then you're like, oh right, Captain America, right? And they don't put that extra mustard on it. You know, the Dean does not say like, you guys want to get off. You know, he doesn't do anything like that.
Right. The reference to me that I get immediately though is Annie and Abed doing Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's fucking iconic. It's so good.
That is, I think, what most people remember from this episode, and I do think that is because people are horny, and these actors have rarely looked hotter, you know, I mean, truly, but also it's so fun. It's so fun to watch these two characters and these two actors, like, play off, do the classic spy, like, we are having a spy conversation while dancing, and of course, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, great movie.
Specifically,
excellent
the shooting pose of like
over each
there was
other's
one that
shoulders.
was like part of the marketing of Mr. and Mrs. Smith was when they like are standing face to face with their arms both out and like shooting behind each other. It's just like one of those like dumb movie things, and it's burned into my memory. So whenever they do it in this episode, it's like, of course.
I mean, like obviously if you did that in real life, you would now be part of a deaf couple. Like, you would blow each other's ears out by shooting two guns on the other side of each other's ears. But indisputably, in a movie, you're like, this is the coolest, hottest thing I've ever seen in my time. This is so erotic. This is nuts. So good.
It's so good. I love that also. There's an era at this point where Abed and Annie, to me, it seems like at this point they're like, we know that this is ridiculous at this point, so we just have fun with it now. Like, they're both like, it's like they're both keenly aware. Annie is now, in my eyes, just as aware as Abed is in this moment. Because, like, at the end, they get shot, she goes, no!
Oh,
like,
and she's leaning into it, the way she's, like, putting that extra fucking, like, stick on the lines when she's, like, being flung out in the day. You know, like, she's completely fucking
she's in
playing.
It is the best. It is so
rules.
Good.
It's so good. They're so good together. It's a good
I love that
sequence, and the whole like the where they're all on radio comms at the dinner and they all have different like Batman actor names, which is a bit that is worth it for voice of Diedrich Bader, who has the teen's code name.
Wait, these are Batman. I was like, what is this a reference to?
They're like Clooney, Kilmer, Keaton.
No, I got
Bale.
those. These are all. Oh, these are.
They're Batman,
the Batman
actors.
Oh my God! Now you know what? Now
they
I
are
get
Batman
the voice
actors,
of okay,
which
it
is
all
like
makes
it's
sense
not
now.
really like a Batman homage episode, so it is kind of a weird joke. But like, goddamn, do I love giving props to
me
Diedrich Bader?
It makes sense. That aspect to me of that like communication, that spy aspect, that detective aspect of Batman. It's fun to me to be the whole Batman's relationship with Oracle to me is very espionage, and that's kind of
like that
to make a reference to. I kind of like that they're like it's kind of Batman-ish, and they're like we can force Batman in its community.
We could put more Batman in here because it's been a minute since we've
sense.
like really overtly homaged Batman. I think it's okay for us to.
I mean, they all
one last one.
They're coming up with code names like they're being goofy, you know?
Yeah. I love it. It feels like they're all just having fun. Like, yes, they are on a spy mission, but each of these people seems like they are distinctly having fun. I love pairing up Elroy and Britta. That is such a funny combination of people to me.
I love a kitchen
a key
fight
with a lock on
sequence.
it. Oh my God, a kitchen gunfight sequence.
It's so good. It's great.
Excellent.
No, but that not to blow past what you did say. He goes,
a key with a lock on it. I'll give our enemy this. They're clever. Why did they pair us up together? No, you can't come in ever. I love the two of them together. I love Elroy like explaining spycraft. He's like, I'm looking at a spoon, but I'm actually looking at a suspicious weight. It's all. Oh, this episode is so fucking good. I know that like that's not good criticism, but like, goddamn, this is good. The Kugler scene kills me. These are green meanies. They explode on contact and coat your enemy with paint.
like all paintballs do.
You've described every paintball. So you know your stuff.
But I love the good part for me is the girl comes up to me and goes, Archie, what's the code name? What's
Fun Dad?
And Abba goes, well, that clears a lot of things up real fast.
Yeah, I love the easiest like spycraft mystery solved ever. Like I love. They also even put in one of my favorite. It's an action movie trope I somehow never get sick of, which is like a live musical theater performance being played over an action sequence that is taking place. You know what I mean? Like they do it at the beginning when Vicky is singing.
Oh, that's a really clever like opening closing button bit. Like I think it's
so good. And like Todd doing flips off of cars and Starburn saying I'm gonna go get a shovel because theater is dead, and then it leading into this like crazy action sequence.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
This episode comes out in pretty close proximity to the movie Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, which I don't believe you've seen, but there is an action sequence taking place like over an opera. Like an opera is taking place and there's all of these
There's
like
a couple movies that have
hand
done that,
fights.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not a new idea,
Sure.
but it's so exquisitely well done in Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Right. And like this episode could not have been influenced by that. I just think it's funny that those came out so close together and they do exactly the same thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's wonderful.
I have to pee real quick.
Yeah, go for it. I'll just chill. I'll read like a page of Dune in your absence.
Oh, good. I've read all.
I'll let you know how it is.
So we'll talk. Yeah,
we'll talk. I'll read Dune. A beginning is the time for taking the most delicate care that the balances are correct. This every sister of the Bene Gesserit knows. To begin your study of the life of the Muad'Dib, then take care that you first place him in his time, born in the 57th year of the Padishah Emperor Shaddam IV. And take the most special care that you locate Muad'Dib in his place, the planet Arrakis. Do not be deceived by the fact that he was born on Caladan and lived his first 15 years there. Arrakis, the planet known as Dune, is forever his place. From the Manual of the Muad'Dib by the Princess Irulan. In the week before their departure to Arrakis, when all the final scurrying about had reached a nearly unbearable frenzy, an old crone came to visit the mother of the boy, Paul. It was a warm night at Castle Caladan, and the ancient pile of stone that had served the Atreides family as home for 26 generations bore that cooled sweat feeling it acquired before a change in the weather. The old woman was led in by the side door, down the vaulted passage by Paul's room, and she was allowed a moment to peer in at him,
you just
where
started.
he lay in his bed. Yeah. I have not read any Dune, but I read the first few paragraphs for our listening audience. Did you?
Oh, you read it for the audience?
I read it. I did a little reading for everyone, so that I hope everyone enjoys the first 3 paragraphs of Dune.
Oh, so you were... Okay, God, I was like, wait a minute, this is like beginning. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, it's beginning, but also I have not begun to read it.
No, it's a beginning.
so that was also my first time reading it.
It's one of those things
That was a
where
cold
I was like,
read.
I couldn't say that I enjoyed reading it, but I couldn't put it down.
That's kind of... Okay,
Like, I was
diversion
intrigued by it.
briefly.
Like, it
That is kind of how I
captivated
felt about the movie. Where I was like, I don't know how much I'm enjoying this, but I gotta see where this is going.
I'm really captivated.
I'm really captivated. Am I enjoying?
I don't
know.
But I'm captivated, and I like that. I'm excited to watch it. I'm trying to decide.
I like
if
how
I should just watch it
interested
at
I
home
am
or
in
go to the
this.
theater.
I saw it at like the biggest screen at my local Regal cinemas near my house last weekend.
I feel like if I'm gonna see, I want to see Dune on a massive screen. Like, this is a
I feel like
big movie.
Okay. This is the oldest debate, theaters versus home. If it's not a good movie, it's not a good movie if it can't stand up to home video. Yeah. But this movie is large.
It'll
And not
only
just
be more
in a
fun
way-
to watch it big.
I think so, and because every aspect of it is given proper scale. You know what I mean? I don't think every big budget Hollywood action movie needs to be seen on the big screen, and most of them can be enjoyed perfectly fine at home. But there is something about the scale and the sound and like how everything is given this scope in
Right.
Dune that you would not be amiss to spend money to see Dune.
I literally have not seen any of it, but I can't imagine that there isn't at least one moment where there is a deep rumble in the
Oh
the
my
theater
god, there's so
because-
many deep rumbles, especially
I'm
like the first time
one
a
of the big
sandworm
themes
about
is
to
this giant thing that goes under the ground, like, and you have to listen for it, and you can set, like, I'm like, yeah, I want to feel that. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
every time a big wormy come into
They
the
do it in
picture,
IMAX. Are there IMAX presentations of it?
Oh, there's IMAX presentation. Oh, there's
So I
IMAX
should see this
presentation.
in IMAX.
I think so. I think this is the time to pay a little
You wanna
extra to go
it in
see it.
IMAX?
Yeah.
Let's go see it in IMAX.
Let's go see it in IMAC. Tomorrow we're
wanna see
seeing
it
French
tomorrow.
Dispatch.
Yeah.
So let's schedule tomorrow when we see
when
French
we
Dispatch.
see
That
French
sounds great.
Dispatch.
Two very different movies, but two movies I quite enjoyed both. I don't know what to tell you.
Neither yet. I'm very excited.
Oh, I love French Dispatch. You're gonna enjoy it. I would be so. There's one joke.
Your excitement
I know-
for French Dispatch has been really wild. It's been very cool.
There is one joke in French Dispatch I know is going to kill you. I know it's going to slay you dead. I can feel it now. It killed in the Brooklyn Alamo Draft House. Just, it slayed. That was the target audience for that joke. But I think.
All right. Okay.
I don't want to overhype anything because I think overhyping a Wes
look,
Anderson.
I'm always down for a Wes Anderson movie because even if I don't like what's going on, I'm gonna like what I'm looking at.
It's pretty. You know what I mean? Like at the worst, it's really exquisitely pretty to look at, and this movie might be his most impressive work visually. Just maybe, you know. Grand Budapest Hotel was also a feast. That movie was a feast. This movie I like quite a bit as well. Anyway, we'll talk tomorrow, I'm sure, when we go see French Dispatch.
That's good.
But Dune, see big, I think. But also, if you don't,
I don't know.
feel safe.
I literally part of the
if
reason
you don't
why
want
I
to spend the
read
money
so long ago was I knew that the movie was coming out and I had an instinctively good feeling about it. I was like, look, this cast sounds like it's pretty good.
It's pretty
It
good.
seems like the casting is pretty interesting. And then after reading it, I was like, it only made me more confident in the casting. I was like, oh, okay, actually, this is There's some really cool stuff that I'm seeing right here.
I feel it's pretty impeccably well cast across the board. Not having read any of the books, so I can't like compare it to that. But these are all
that it's
good
so far
characters.
from my understanding is that it's doing well enough, right? Like there's people, it's getting a very positive response.
They approved Dune 2, which was up in the air.
I was like, I really hope that they do a part 2 because like if they're doing it right. Yeah, there's something really wild. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited to see where it goes. I think when I was sitting there in the movie, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. It certainly is a 2.5 hour movie directed by Denis Villeneuve. You know, like I don't know how I feel about this. But since then, in the intervening 4 days since Saturday, I've become fully Dune-pilled. I'm now all about Dune. I now love Dune. I want to read all of Dune. I'm fully
crazy.
I've
like
lost
what it. No, it is like a sci-fi effort on parallel to Tolkien. Like it is.
Exactly.
He wasn't a writer. He was like an anthropologist or something like that. So he just like wrote down like a fake history. Like he was.
Here's a whole fake culture, and there's a story in the middle of it. But here's like a whole fake place to live. This is a fully formed society that you are a part of, and getting to see these glimpses of exactly. I think that Dune, this movie, is comparable to the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings films. Is that like it feels impossible that it exists. It feels impossible that it's like it exists and feels this fully realized and feels this like uniquely designed. It doesn't feel compromised. You know what I mean? Like, that's also it's not a full movie. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, it's also in many ways it is comparable to the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings movies, which like every passing year seem all the more impossible that they exist. Seem all the more like miraculous that they came to be. You know what I mean?
I gotta rewatch those. I watched them when I was much younger, and I don't think I had like the capacity or the desire to really get it. And now I'm like, wait, I wanna.
It's also so weird to me that those movies are popular.
I don't know if I'll ever actually read, but
yeah,
if I read Dune, I think I can do that one. But I
think you could do it if you've read Dune, but also like I did not really enjoy trying to read the Lord of the Rings, the books. I'm perfectly happy to enjoy a trilogy of films, and I think that is okay. But like it's also so wild to me that those movies are popular and universally beloved. Do you know what I mean? Those movies are weird and obtuse.
They're
and
super nerdy.
So much of them exist in a foreign elven language. Like, and everyone speaks in these, like, Baroque tongues. You know what I mean? Like, it's so weird to me that these are movies that, like, everyone on Earth likes. It's so strange to me. I love it.
Wow.
I love
it. Yeah,
Community. Yeah. Both did the same thing. I love the Museum of the Janitorial Arts or whatever it is, when they're going through all the fucking steamy pipes and the mannequins and the. What a good bit!
Details I caught this time that I didn't before. So like steamy pipes and
steamy pipes is good.
Perfectly cleaned objects. I don't know if you saw that one.
That was
something
good.
Like that. It was like
yeah, well, it's like windows and shit. Yeah. Yeah, and all the mannequins. Love Kumail returning. Again, just like right at the last point where like Kumail is a guest star on your television show. It does kind of ruin the supposed mystery of this episode at the beginning because you're not supposed to know who Silverballs is, but like I can pick out Kumail Nanjiani's voice at 1,000 paces. You know what I mean? Like that. He's a pretty distinctive sounding man.
He speaks at the beginning?
He says you'll have to settle for silver before he shoots Starburns and Todd.
Oh. You know
and I just, even the first time watching it, I'm like, I know what Kumail Nanjiani sounds like. I listen to the Indoor Kids. I know what Kumail Nanjiani sounds like.
I do not have that same relation to his. But yeah, I don't know. This is a great episode. I didn't realize how much I liked it this watch, but now as we're talking about it more, I'm like, no, I really like this episode.
I love this episode,
and it's not the funniest one, although it is damn funny.
It's pretty good.
It is. You know what? I think have they done any other pastiches this season?
Not really. You know, we did kind of the Lawnmower Man thing. We did, you know, we've done some like kind of half.
This is like a perfect pastiche send off. I think in my eyes. I think they really nailed this episode. It's an impressive.
The last true postmodern genre homage, as Abed says, like the last true one of these. I'm glad we got in one more on our way out the door,
and it makes sense for this.
It's a good one,
and it's got that heartwarming feeling that you want out of one.
Yeah,
and it's got some, you know, and it's got some of the. There are some of the funniest bits I've seen in a long time in it too, though. Now that I really think about it,
some really good ones.
The Vicky and
Garrett Entag.
Right, yeah. There's good stuff.
That's so good. Okay. What let's see, who wrote this episode? Mark Stegman. Mark Stegman, did a stand-up comic hurt you? Did a stand-up comic steal your girlfriend? Because this episode has so many digs at stand-up comedy and stand-up culture. Because, like, not only is there the end with Garrett, where he's like, no one is safe, but also, like, when they're tracking down Vice Janitor LaPerry, they're, like, talking about 90s stand-up comedy.
I have a microphone. You have a beer. What?
God has a plan. It's an old line to shut down hecklers. And then the dean starts talking about doing open mic nights in the 90s.
And how he saw what karaoke did, and he's sorry.
And I saw what karaoke did. It's messed up.
Great. It's so good.
It's really good. I'm wondering what about stand-up comedy just like really was nagging at Dan Harmon this week. You know what I mean? It's so
he had a bone to pick this week.
He had one of his famous bones to pick, because it was like, this is actually a string of bone picks, right? Because it's like Guardians of the Galaxy, The Sting, flashback episodes of TV shows, and now stand up. I'm just wondering, like, Dan, what was going on? Weekly TV production schedule getting down.
He knew that he knew it's coming to the end of the season. Guess I'm gonna have to maybe do stand up again. Oh, I hate that. I'll put that in the episode.
Yeah, I guess right. Just like grinding whatever axe. He's just got this fucking closet full of axes that he loves to grind. That's fine. Whatever. We all do. I wouldn't. Let's not say that I don't. I would not go that far. Because you weren't here last week, but I went off about fucking Steve Carell and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and their respective acting choices. You know what I mean? So let's not say I don't have axes to grind. But there's a good one, and you know, I was talking about it with guest Justin Partridge a couple weeks ago. But Community Season 6 really does feel like the afterlife of a television show. Like a television show that fought so hard to live, and then it lived long. You know, the television show that got 2 weeks to live and then lived 8 more years. And it's like, they're like, I'm going to do whatever I want. And this season has been so strange and so interesting, and it doesn't feel like it has to please anybody, and it doesn't feel like it's answering to constant notes from NBC and Sony. It feels like a show. It feels like I compared it to the protagonist of Cowboy Bebop, which is like, no, this show should be dead and isn't, and it's just going to like live this interesting life in its afterlife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it does feel like it's a different show. A little bit, but also like it
feels like a show just celebrating being alive, just luxuriating in existence.
There's like something kind of spin-off-ish about it, where it's like, hey, like look, we came from this other thing, but it's still clearly the same thing. I don't know, maybe, but that's like too much, you know. I like that. It does feel like Yahoo... it's an afterlife. It's a spiritual successor, but it's not fully a successor. It's still the same. I don't know.
It kind of feels... I mean, it's hard to articulate exactly what I'm trying to get at, but it's like, it feels like it shouldn't exist. It feels like it got away with something. It feels like it committed a crime and didn't get caught and never will. It feels like the Zodiac Killer, you know? So it's like, I got away with it, and now, like... Now I'm here on Yahoo.
Community reminds me of the Zodiac Killer.
Reminds me of the Zodiac Killer, even though the Zodiac homage was last season. But, like, it feels like it got away with something. And, like, we have a reduced budget, but we're here at Yahoo. We're filming literally underneath Parks and Rec. Like, we can kind of get away with whatever we want to over here as long as we don't go over our respective budget, right? So, like, let's do whatever we want. Let's do a Lawnmower Man episode. Let's do an episode. Let's do a fucking episode about, like, what does it mean to come out in 2015 as, like, a political maneuver? What is it? The Sony email hacks. Let's do an episode about that. It just feels like it's in this strange nether space, and I love that they just got this room, these 13 episodes to just, like, I don't know, throw shit at the wall. I don't know.
It's pretty groovy. It's pretty groovy.
It feels cool. We got our 6 seasons. Whether or not we get a movie, like, we're gonna have a great, sort of last hoorah.
Yeah.
I had fun.
No complaints.
It sounds good. Sound like a ranking time to me.
Yeah, let's do a little ranking.
Let's do a little rank. The last 3 episodes have been a little hard on the overall ranking of season 6. For a while it was
this one's pretty high up there.
I think this one is going to rebound. I think these last 3 are going to rebound pretty hard.
Yeah, and they are working with worse odds because there are fewer episodes. So.
That is true. Right, so every episode is much more impactful to the overall ranking. Exactly. And the end tags of season 6 are firmly at the top, unassailable, that will not change. But
it's pretty awesome.
For a while, season 6 was like the second highest season on our list, but now it's like 3rd place and was almost slipping into 4th place. So I'm just curious to see how this is all going to shake out as we proceed on. And then as we do our like weird re-ranking special or whatever we have planned.
I don't even know how we're going to be able to do that properly.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
It's going to be something. It'll be something. Yeah,
it'll be something. It might be a big mess. But whatever. Who knows? Fuck it. Sounds good. So let's rank the end tag, which is Garrett and Vicky's show. This one's funny. There's a lot of, like, I don't know, cute, funny jokes in here, and I love, like, an Andy Kaufman reference that they slip in here.
Sure. Wait, that's the end tag? It's not the babies?
It's not the babies. I thought it was the babies. But no, it's Grin and Garrett.
It feels like they did a double end tag, because that baby bit is like, first of all, if the baby bit was the end tag, I'd be like, put this like top 10. Like, that's
absolutely
awesome. But if it's this, all right, okay.
I'm kind of looking. I'm looking at like fake outtakes or something like that. Something like that.
Dean and Duncan. I'm gonna put it just under Dean and Duncan don't get Tex-Mex, because that
one's funny.
I love that one. iPad on a stick.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I can put it above iPad on a stick.
I like it. I'll just call it Garrett and Vicky. That's what we'll call it.
Yeah.
Love it. And now on
Vicky's
up to the
mom. They go boo.
Boo. We'd rather you boo. It means you felt something. Oh, it's so funny. It's so good.
So dumb.
Okay. So this is
we gotta go
the final paintball episode. The 5th. So let's see. The most recent paintball episode we reviewed is our bottom of the list, number 107, Advanced Introduction to Finality. Probably higher than that, right? Probably higher.
I'm gonna say a definite yes to that.
So why don't we look at where for a few paintballs more, the last of the season 2, the other lowest ranked of our
that's at 22, right? Is that where I'm seeing
22.
And that's the other lowest. That's the other lowest ranked.
That is the second lowest paintball episode.
I think 22 it's higher than that one as well.
On an overall list. I agree. I think Modern Espionage is better than the Star Wars half. But now, I mean, goddamn, look at this.
Wait, but that breaks into the top 10 then is the next time, right? Are the rest are the other two in 10?
Where is Fistful?
Fistful of Paintballs and Modern Warfare, 7 and 9.
7 and 9.
Okay, wow. That actually
I'm not gonna go up to Modern Warfare here.
No.
I do think Modern Warfare is better overall.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I personally think it's my favorite one. It's the original, but
I love that. But Fistful being a couple above it, I think we're all fine with that.
No, it's a great. We think we all ranked that one. I think.
Geothermal escapism being number 10. We're not going to crack that top 10 on this one.
Which one's geothermal escapism? Oh, yeah, no.
That's Floor is Lava.
Yeah. Floor is Lava.
But if we're looking at, like, okay, the top episode of season 6, Advanced Safety Features, number 11, I think we're in the right zone. This episode is complicated. That's the one with Honda, all the Honda product placement.
Oh my god!
And Frankie's incredible monologue.
I could put this above that. I could put this as the new 11. Maybe. Although app development and condiments is right there. That's meow beans.
Yeah, and then Ass Crack Bandit is right there. Law and Order is the next one.
Queer Studies in Advanced. Which Queer Studies in Advanced Waxing was? Oh,
that's the one where the dean comes out. Yeah. I do think I am going to say top 15.
Yeah, I could see that.
I am going to say top 15.
You know what? Oh God, I wish Caleb was here because Basic Lupin Urology is right at 14, and I know that he has a really strong relationship with that one as well.
He does. The Law and Order
which
episode.
One would, because I know that he also really likes this episode, so I'm like, okay, where would he put between those two? I'm just curious. Dang, we'll have to.
I know it's tough. Personal opinion for me, I'm going to put it above the Law and Order episode, Basic Lupin. Even though I know for many people that is like almost the best episode of this whole show. You know, I understand that. And,
but below Basic, but below Ass Crack Bandit is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Below, man, Ass Crack Bandit versus
it's either 14 or 15 for me. I literally like.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay, and they're both pastiche episodes. These are two really strong pastiche episodes.
We're in a real kind of like nugget of pastiche episodes here with like Law and Order, David Fincher, Logan's Run. You know, we're kind of like a zone.
I'm gonna go with you as well. I'm gonna say this is gonna be 14. I think
it
just beats out. Just because I think this one's just a little bit funnier.
just a little bit funnier. You know what I mean?
Funnier.
Just like Modern Espionage, new number 14. Love to see it.
Look at that. That's a solid top 15. That's like a crazy run of episodes. That's a lot of good television right there, is what I'm saying.
I do think, God, even go to like the top 30. And you're like, Jesus.
Damn, there's some good episodes in there. Yeah. No.
Jesus Christ. So let me punch this into the ranking machine while you tell us some plugs.
Plugs? Oh God.
Tell us some plugs, why don't you?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Give me your plugs.
I can't think of any plugs, honestly. I got
even
nothing.
for other people, something you enjoyed this week or something.
Something I enjoyed this week. Oh, you know what? That's a good lens. Well, I was talking about the Cthulhu Mansion that I watched earlier, a favorite of mine.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Here's a good one. There's a show, I believe it's off Broadway right now, called Trevor the Musical, and it started previews, and it's a real fun show that I know some people involved in. And I am looking forward to seeing it. So I figure, if anybody else is in New York and likes to go see new musicals and likes stories of queer youth growing up or whatever, check it out. Should be a fun time.
Is that, I'm going to ask this in my own ignorance, is that Trevor at all
related to the Trevor Project? Yes.
Correct. You predicted my question. Yes.
Yes. No, it is. So the Trevor Project was inspired by a movie.
Aha.
And that movie has been turned into a musical.
Gotcha.
So yes, it is directly connected to the Trevor Project. Yes. Should be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see.
Love that.
That'd be great.
Love it. Well, that did really help the ranking. Season 6 still in third place, but that did help its odds of possibly reclaiming the second slot a great deal. So we'll see how that. We'll have to. Sports fans, we'll have to see how that matchup shakes
out.
Sports fans, we'll have to wait and see how that matchup.
My body rejected that innately.
Yeah, you did not. Oh, you're not a sports guy?
No, I'm neither of those things. No.
No. No, both those words did not work. Beautiful. Let's see. Yeah, TV's Kevin landing on all the stuff for me, including Patreon and Substack. Gonna be, I've been pumping it up for a couple weeks. It's not out just yet. But first, 4,000 words of a new short story by me coming up here soon. It is another in my Cola Wars series about the bloody military conflict between Coke and Pepsi. But this one is also a Witcher pastiche because I wanted to. So that is coming up soon. First 4,000 words of that exclusively behind the paywall. And hopefully lots of other cool stuff coming on down the line. But got nothing from my film project to show you yet. But I'm gonna. And Patreon.com if you want to give me $1 a month to help that process along a little bit. Wow, and you get like all sorts of hours of exclusive podcasts. You get all the like writing previews and samples, and you get pictures, and you get all kinds of shit for just $1. $1 is all I ask of you per month. You can give more, but like, $1 is like the floor. Anyway, that's something you can do. If you enjoy this podcast and want to pay me to edit it, $1 per month, you can do that. That's an option that you have. And I will gladly take that fucking $1. Yeah, because I live in New York. It's expensive to be alive here.
It's expensive too. It's expensive too.
It's expensive too.
Mm-hmm.
You thought Expensive 1 was tough. Expensive 2. The sequel. Even tougher. Stakes have been raised.
The stakes have been raised. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Expensive 1 is living in the Midwest. Expensive 2 is when you move.
See, Expensive 2 took after the Fast and Furious series, but they said, look, if we're going to do this the right way, they went straight from 1 to 5. So, Expensive 2, let me tell you, really doing some big stuff.
Have I seen all of the Fast and Furious movies? Yes. Am I in a hurry to watch any of them again before 5? No. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Yes. I will watch those as many times as I please. But also, I said that about Mission Impossible until I bought the Blu-ray collection of that franchise. And then I find myself watching the ones even I don't like every so often. And it kind of like gives me a new eye. I'm like, oh, I didn't appreciate this about this movie. So who knows? Maybe I'll become just a real fast freak. Maybe that'll be.
Oh God! It's pure camp to me.
Oh, it's pure camp, and that is, I think, the ideal way to watch it. Is I
like. It's also kind of a guilty pleasure for sure. I don't know.
That's fine. I don't necessarily believe in guilty pleasures, but I understand what you were saying. Yes. Enjoy the media you enjoy, is what I will say. It's okay.
No, it's not that I don't enjoy it. It's I feel bad about participating in the role it forms in society. That I feel guilty about. Enjoying it, I don't. I'm like, I fucking love it, but it's like The Bachelor. It's like, okay, this I view as a literal virus on society. But also it's
pretty good TV.
Intensely entertaining for no good.
Right.
Exactly.
Understood. Fantastic. And that's it for me. Go see Dune. Go see The French Dispatch. By the time this episode is out, you can go see Last Night in Soho. It's a great time to go see movies. Good time. So many good movies out. The Last Duel? Check it out. Good movie, and no one is going to see it. And it was fucking excellent. So go see it. We will be back next week with the penultimate episode of Community. How's that feel? How'd that sit on you?
That's scary. That's genuinely a little terrifying. That it's like, wow, time really has passed. And I'm already in an existential mindset. I'm stoned as fuck, and I just turned 26. Like that's a lot for me to hold right now.
I'm predisposed to falling apart, and 2 episodes of Community left to cover. I don't know how to feel about that. That feels weird to me. 2 good episodes. Like it's not.
Two amazing episodes.
2 excellent episodes. 2 of the best episodes of the entire show.
One of the most iconic lines in the entire show is coming up.
It's coming up. And
real soon.
I've said it many times, but goddamn, if you were going to end Community, these are the 3 episodes to do it.
True.
You know, and they feel like it's just 3 episodes that show off everything that this show has done well. And I love it. Anyway, I'm sure we'll talk about that for literal hours. So we'll be back next week with an incest wedding. But until then, pop.
Pop. And also with you. I tried to do the Bond chord and I realized I can't harmonize with myself with a 7 and a 9. Anyway, I tried it to... Anyway, spy chord.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
I can't do that, by the way.
It is hard to harmonize with yourself.
You know, Layla Hathaway can do it, but she's also one of the most talented people on the planet.
Yeah. Imogen Heap.
That's a machine. She uses a robot. Does it with a machine too.
I mean, hey, listen, it's still impressive. And there's that one song from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend where it's a boy band made up of 4 Joshes, and he's the actor is harmonizing with himself, and it is
it's
deeply unsettling. That song scares me.
Je sais ce car il ne veut pas apprendre Excel et je meurs car il ne veut pas apprendre Excel comme le marin qui fume cigarette sous le canal. Mais Excel ne sera pas appris aujourd'hui, mes pensées sont françaises.
Love to luxuriate in some trash. I am a little raccoon and I love my trash.
It is okay. I too love trash, but last night I just saw this new movie. It's not out yet in America.
Wow. It's called Dune. Ever heard of it? Dune.
No, I'm afraid I haven't heard of this, epic sci-fi tale that
I have not heard of the, generation spanning genre defining sci-fi epic Dune. What is this?
No. I'm so sorry. I'm just so I've been living under a rock since the day I was born.
Yeah, I've been living under a rock since the 1950s. So Dune has missed me. I have not familiar with Dune.
Yeah. No.
No, it's okay. What did you see? What was the real thing that you saw?
It was an anime movie called Belle. And it's coming out in January, and it is beautiful. And the music is beautiful. Like, I was crying by the end of the movie. I highly recommend it when it comes out.
Is there an E at the end, or is it just...
Yeah. Belle, like Beauty and the Beast Belle.
Gotcha. Well, that is interesting. I'll have to mark that down. Right now, all my movie theater apps are aggressively advertising the new My Hero Academia movie, not to be confused with the one that came out like a couple months ago. And they're hitting me that really hard, and I'm like, I have seen one episode of My Hero. It was the first episode, but I also am like, well, I have all these movie theater subscriptions. Like, what if I just saw the My Hero Academia movie and having no context? What if I just went to see it?
Honestly, that would be so good, though. Like, I kind of want you to see it, and then I'll see it knowing, because I'm caught up on the manga and I watched the show, so I'll go see it knowing everything about My Hero. You go see it blind, and then we can talk about it.
Then I can be like, okay, what is going on here?
There's a guy with wings.
There's a wingman? This appears to be a toad man. This man appears to be somewhat of a frog person. I know there is a guy, because I used to work at a comic book store. So there's a guy, his name is Todoroki. Do I know anything about him? I do not. Did I sell Funko Pops of him? Yes, I did.
Could you tell what his powers were from how he looked?
I mean, I really looked at him and I said, is this anime Toad from the X-Men? Is this anime Morton Tilby from the X-Men?
A little bit of the X-Men, because they have like powers and go to a school.
Yeah, superhero school.
Yeah. And then,
All Might School for Gifted Weebs. Yeah.
All Might School. Yes, that's exactly the school. That's where I would go.
All Might School for Gifted Weebs. Well, you are a gifted weeb.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
You are very gifted and very weeb.
Yes.
Speaking of which, the thing that I'm sure all of our returning audience members are just, they're champing at the bit. I'm sorry, everyone. I said the wrong one. To know about is not, in fact, the community paintball episode we are nominally here to discuss. By the way, this is the interview portion of Advanced Community Studies. I am joined once again by Elyse, a.k.a. Princess Bilbo, our paintball correspondent. But fuck paintball. It's not what we're here to talk about. We need to tell people how our little manga journeys are going, respectively. That they've been, now for like a year at least, they've been hearing periodic updates of where we are in our various mangas. Nominally One Piece, but I feel like last time I had started Spy Family. Maybe you had also started Spy Family?
Yes, because you told me about it, so I started it.
And how about it?
And I love it. I already bought I bought keychains for it.
Aw, damn. Now that's how you know it's serious.
Fan. Yeah, I am a fan. I use Anya as memes, my reaction memes, because she's perfect.
Again, the least surprising thing in the entire world was you getting very into Anya from Spy Family. It was as not surprising as me getting really into Thorn Princess, the mother from Spy Family. That was everyone could have seen that one coming. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just look at it and look at us and be like, I see your favorite character. I don't even have to read it.
Do not have to read a page. Do not have to know that you have read it to know exactly who your favorite characters are going to be. But I am caught up on Spy Family. Are you?
I am also caught up on Spy Family.
Oh boy, this cruise ship adventure that we are on is,
my God,
very exciting. And we keep coming... Okay, so for anyone in the listening audience that is not caught up on this particular shonen manga, the premise is there is a super spy who needs to go undercover as a dad at a school because the school is attended by the child of a powerful person, something to that effect. It's been a minute since they've really touched base on what exactly we're trying to do here, right? And so he adopts a little girl named Anya, who happens to be psychic. Coincidental that she can read minds and appears to be developing other psychic powers as we go. Very exciting. And he needs to find a fake wife to pose as a full family, and the woman he ends up selecting is, unbeknownst to him, a famed assassin, an exceptionally good assassin. And also now they have a dog who can see the future. Of course. Yeah. We all saw that one coming. We all knew that you're like, well, who's the fourth going to be? Psychic dog. And it's a delightful action comedy manga that we are both very much enjoying, I think.
Yeah, I'm really obsessed
Your
with
keychain into it.
Yeah, I'm committed. I am officially a Spy Family fan, and people need to know.
They need to see my keychain and be able to identify me from a distance. That's a clue.
Yeah, and I'm people have been posting saying hey, I've caught up on all my manga. Does anyone have any recommendations? Me zooming in Spy Family. Typing
furiously.
Spy Family.
Spy Family. You download the Viz Media app. It's $2 a month.
Do it.
The greatest steal in online comic reading that is also legal. It's just phenomenal. We're good. I'm glad we're both caught up. Do you think we're close to however many issues we're at here? Do you think we're close to one of them finding out the other's secret, or is this going to be 200 chapters before we find out, before they learn each other's secret identity?
As a really big Miraculous Ladybug fan, I don't think we're anywhere close.
We're gonna keep this going for like a long time.
Yes. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Sure. I mean, I think that's really par for the course for manga and anime, isn't it? Is like they will continue to stretch this out for like a while. This premise will continue unaltered for way longer than you think it possible for them to keep this this premise going.
Yep.
And I feel like an American version of this story, you know, whatever the end of like season 1 would be, they would find out. You know what I mean? Like it would, the secret identity thing would end much more quickly. I don't know what that says about these respective cultures, but I think it would be a very different storytelling.
It's like I watched Bridgerton, and it's been that long enough. So spoiler warning, like they tell you who Miss Weatherdown, like the person writing everything, is at the end of season 1. I'm just like, why? Why would you tell me this? Why couldn't you have stretched this mystery out for another season?
Come on.
I didn't want to know.
Do a Gossip Girl, where it takes them like till the final episode to tell you who the Gossip Girl is. Patience. Exactly. 6 seasons of patience.
Yeah. And so I was just, so like I like draw it out. I'm a fan of like, listen, I'm already a fan of slow burn romance, so give me slow burn everything else. And I will stay here.
You like a romance where they do not speak it for a lot of stolen glances for a real long time. A lot of accidental hand touching that they then shy away from. So Spy Family's working for you great then.
Yes. Yes.
Alongside the secret identities, we are really slow burning the romance here.
Yes. And like it's funny I say that, but the only thing I can't stand slow burn is like fighting. Like DBZ, where it's just like a fight takes like 16 episodes. No, not fighting slow burn. Everything else slow burn, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it, but obviously I've read it. And our main manga that we discuss, One Piece, where like I feel like a fight, or like once you get to the climax of a One Piece arc where like everyone is getting set up with their respective opponent, you know, I'm like, okay, see y'all in 30 chapters when this resolves. But maybe that's only like 2 or 3 episodes of the anime. Or I haven't watched any One Piece.
The fight, I think with One Piece, the one thing that it does is that there's still like, it'll have fighting, but it will have like cut to other characters doing something. So it will be like, oh, Luffy is fighting so and so, but like Robin is off doing this one thing to help the fight in the long run, or like Zoro is fighting so and so, but like Nami is like tricking this other person. So it's just like you get breaks from it and you see where everybody else is doing something.
Sure.
So
Luffy might be fighting the captain of CP9 for a while, but everyone else is also fighting, and those fights will resolve more quickly. So you're still getting like the finale of it's staying fresh despite how long it is taking for him to fight this one man.
Yeah. And plus, I also am like just super biased because I love every single character of One Piece. So it's really hard just to sit there and be like, ugh, when you're in love with all the characters. So you're like, I need to know, like, what's happening?
What's going on? Yeah,
what's their
absolutely.
clever plan?
And it's not, you don't have any characters that when you cut away to, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
You're there's not the character you hate that always has a plot line and you're like, oh god, this is so, I called it the Game of Thrones syndrome, where there is just sometimes where they'd cut away to a guy and I'm like, oh, I don't care what this man is up to. Stop showing me this man.
Yes.
But anyway, so you are You are caught up on the manga of One Piece?
I am caught up on the manga of One Piece, and for the anime of One Piece, I am caught up on all the English dubbed episodes.
Dang.
Yeah, because I like watching dub because I do things when I'm watching anime, mainly bake. So, just in case you have any listeners out there who are just like, ew, dub, absolutely not. Dub can be really, really good.
Sometimes I want to watch something, even something that I've, say, read exactly what happens of, and I don't want to, like, have to sit there and read the whole thing. You know, and sometimes you just want to, like, hear it and look at the anime, and that's okay. That's okay.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm caught up on all the English dub, which is in the middle. For people who know, it's in the middle of Dressrosa. Well, near the end of Dressrosa.
Gotcha.
You'll get there eventually.
That's for all you peace heads out there. Yeah, I am at, I think, the end of Enies Lobby because Luffy just punched out spoilers for a comic that came out like 20 years ago or something. Luffy just beat the main guy, and I think the city is still being bombed, so they probably have that to figure out at this point. But everyone else has won their fights, and Robin is no longer like about to get thrown through the gates of hell or whatever the fuck was going on there. Yeah, Nico was not about to be thrown into fucking Dante's Inferno, so that's good. We're happy about that.
She is a gift.
She is a gift to me personally, and I thank Oda Sensei for giving me Nico Robin in particular.
I can't wait for you to meet one of my favorite characters. We already met Chopper, who's number 1.
Again, no one is surprised. No one is surprised that the two of us would latch on to Chopper and Nico Robin respectively. No one is surprised.
No. So my boyfriend and I decided to, last night after the movie we decided to make everyone in community a Pokemon trainer.
Love it.
And we picked out their Pokemon. So I've been thinking about it.
You've been in depth with your Pokemon.
Just
Do
saying.
you remember any of these community Pokemon trainer alignments? Because now I gotta know.
Yeah, so we didn't really pick out specific Pokemon.
Uh-huh.
We picked out a few, but because it was also like midnight and we were all very tired.
Is Jeff a flying type trainer? Because that strikes me... He strikes me as the arrogant bird trainer. Am I wrong there?
That's a good one. We decided that he didn't pick out any of his Pokemon. Abed picked out his Pokemon for him.
Okay.
And he also chose Pokemon that he also wanted Pokemon that would like help him live his everyday life.
Uh-huh.
So ones that would do chores for him.
Oh, sure. A Pokemon that can pour a drink for you.
Yeah.
So like what, you got like a sock and throw in there or something like that?
He'll have a Mr. Mime. Just like...
Yeah, just a Mr. Mime manservant, though. I understand.
Yeah.
I, like many people, do not like thinking about the creature that is Mr. Mime. I wish he would leave me alone. I wish Mr. Mime would stop showing up to my house in the middle of the night. But I did like his scene in Detective Pikachu. I thought that was a good scene in the film Detective Pikachu, which was a movie full of good scenes that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Basically every scene, I was like, this is a good one. Good job, guys.
Yeah. We decided that Troy would have like fighting types because he would think that like, oh, they're strong because they fight real good.
Sure.
So he'll win. Annie would have fairy poison types.
Yep, correct.
Because they'll be pretty. And then, surprise, poison. So,
surprise, deadly.
Yeah.
Surprise, I'll kill you.
Mm-hmm. Britta wouldn't have Pokemon. She would be very against using Pokemon, very against Pokemon battles.
Correct.
But we decided that I was thinking about this, and she would be like a Pokemon like psychiatrist. And like, you know how you have like the people who like the psychiatrist or the therapist for dogs and cats?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she would have a bunch of one-eyed like purloins and shit. She would be taking care of these horrible, or Pokemon that she freed from like beauty product testing or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Good.
Pierce would be the worst because he
Good.
would like think he'd get like the it Pokemon and then just get rid of it. And
no.
like it'd be the sad story of like Gengar being left alone and waiting for his like the Pokemon Master to show
It's
back
so
up.
terrible. He got a little sand dial and then he flushed it down the toilet. Once it.
Chang, we decided would only have the golden Magikarp.
Good.
Or did we decide Pierce had the golden Magikarp and would never evolve it? It would just be a golden Magikarp.
Forever.
It's useless, but like really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Chang would have a lot of ghost type because they like playing tricks.
No, I love it.
The Dean would have.
He's got to have like fabulous Pokemon, right? He's
Yeah,
got to have
he would-
like
he
big,
would have Fairy
extravagant,
too.
beautiful. Mm-hmm.
And then Shirley was a lot like Annie. She would have like, pretty ones, but also deadly
Sure.
because she can, head through a jukebox.
That's right.
But that's all we got to. We didn't get to any more because my boyfriend is only on season 2. So
I see. So we cannot appraise Buzz Hickey's Pokemon.
yeah, not yet. Anyway.
I see. Well, you'll get there one day, and you will
Yes.
not be able to stop yourselves and help yourselves.
No.
I feel like Elroy would have Pokemon somewhat related to the digital space, like a Porygon and stuff like that, I think.
Oh, I said in my head like a Digimon
Yeah, Elroy would have Digimon. Elroy,
in the Pokemon universe.
in the Pokemon universe, he would have Digimon, and it would be unexplained. He would have, like, Patomon, the little, sausage casing with wings that would then evolve into, like, a big-boobed angel lady. Just
No, that's sorry. I'm a humongous Digimon fan. Gatomon digivolves into Angelomon.
I see.
Patamon digivolves into Angemon.
Okay.
Don't
I'm
worry,
sorry.
it's fine.
I'm so
here.
sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you.
I'm so sorry I've erred in this way. And I thank you for your absolution here.
Yes.
Means a lot.
If we're going to talk about Digimon, it has to be.
I got to be on the mark, and I
Yeah.
can't be. I don't remember any of these freaks. I don't know fucking nothing about no Digimon.
It's okay. That's why you're friends with me.
That's right. I remember the movie, which introduced us to 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies. I remember that. I almost said Pokemon. There was a Digimon who lost his friend Willis. That's all I got for you.
That's fine. You did great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is the top of my intelligence today. That is the highest performance I can give you, is vaguely remembering a Digimon. Let's get into Community, shall we?
Yeah.
Only 20 short minutes into pressing record. The listeners have come to expect that at this point. They would be more surprised if we got down to shit promptly. So you are our paintball correspondent, and this is, sadly, the final paintball episode of the television show Community.
Yeah.
How does this one stack up for you against, many people's favorite episodes of the entire show, the previous paintball episodes?
So I'm not gonna lie, I actually forgot it happened until I rewatched the show, and then I was like, oh yeah, there was a paintball episode this season, and then I enjoyed it. Like, I don't know why I forgot that it happened. I just did.
It's good.
But I liked it.
It's kind of minor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean that as like a negative. It's like, what's at stake in this one? Oh, the janitors are upset. They want to make Frankie happy. It's not, compared to like the last times we did paintball, where like the very fate of the school was on the line, or the Darkest Timeline Invasion episode that we love to forget also happened. And this episode is comparably like very slight. They're just kind of like doing a little mystery caper, which I think is why it maybe gets forgotten in comparison to, again, like a full Western blowout episode or what have you.
Yeah, exactly. I when I did my original rewatch when it dropped on Netflix, and I was rewatching season 6, and the paintball episode came on. I was like, I don't remember this, and like you're right, the stakes are just like really low. So you just and like with Darkest Timeline paintball, like with that one, it's just like, oh, I remember it because I remember Darkest Timeline coming back, and there's a lot of things that like help you like reasons why you remember it.
Yeah, and for good or ill, like for better or worse, you do remember it, and it until it turns out to all be a dream. The stakes of that one are very high. The stakes of that one are interdimensional.
Yeah, exactly. And then this one, it's just like it wasn't that high, but it was still good. It's still a good episode, and I'm just like, I can't believe I forgot that this happened. Mm-hmm. Because I enjoyed, like, it was just one thing it was just shot so well.
Yeah.
So it was just like such an enjoyable thing to watch, and I'm just like, how did I forget this? It's so good. Like, it's so good to watch.
It's really slick. It's really smooth. It's got like the great like new opening title sequence with like the wireframes of all the weaponry and stuff like that. It's got that great Winter Soldier homage in the elevator where
exactly
where he is accidentally taking out an entire group of people, which is so funny. And
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's very clean. It's very crisp. I feel like every time I like post that on Twitter, people are like, oh yeah, I forgot that this happened. Because it's so, I guess because it's just like buried at the end of the show. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like maybe people aren't watching the end of season 6 in the same way they are rewatching seasons 1 and 2 of Community. Yeah. So it's kind of just like nestled there at the end. But like, so fun. Yeah, you're right. It's really crisp, really uniformly like shot. And they have like fun little stuff like Club 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 or the cool action where like Jeff is like doing flips over the table and like grabbing a gun and shooting a guy. Like there's all these just great little moments like that.
Yeah.
Their weird new little office hideout that they have for this episode only, where they're like using the computer. Yeah, it's really nicely done.
Yeah, but the fact that you mentioned that the stakes were kind of low, like the more I think about it, it's like, yeah, that's probably why it just like left my mind.
Right. Because like the last time we did a really big genre episode of Community, I mean, I guess it was like Meow Meow Beans, but before that it was Floor is Lava, which is like, the very unraveling of the Troy and Abed friendship. And like, they transformed the look of the whole school for that, like they did the Lava World pastiche with all the lights and all the costumes and stuff. And this one, kind of just wearing their regular clothes. They, at one point, I guess they put on nice clothes to go to the Cleaner Greendale Janitorial Awards or whatever the fuck, so it is like, it's less immediately distinct. I get the part that people I think remember the most is like Annie and Abed dancing, but I think that's just because people are horny. Like on the whole. You know what I mean?
I do. I also remember that scene, and that's another scene that like I'm like, it's just so well shot.
It's really nicely done. Yeah.
But as a whole, upon rewatching it and then rewatching it, I'm just like, no, I actually really like this episode. Because like when I went into it and like I started rewatching it and I was like, oh, I didn't remember this episode, so therefore I must not like this episode. Mm-hmm. And then I watched it, I'm just like, no, it was like, Brain, that was good. Why'd you forget all about it?
Hey, Brain, I ask you to do one thing. Remember things that I like. What's going on? Yeah, you're completely right. And it like, I guess, it's kind of slight. There's like the fun, going through the janitorial museum and like the exhibit of steamy pipes and shit. The mannequins and the cleaner windows and all that. Like, there's so many good little gags. There's so many good lines and back and forths. There's the cool shootout in the parking garage where where Todd and Starburns are like doing flips and shit off of cars in the parking garage.
And it is also funny because my dad, growing up, he was a janitor, and I was just like, Dad, why don't you get this? Why didn't you get this growing up?
Dad, why didn't you get an award for being a good janitor, Dad? Huh?
And basically his reaction of me just being more disappointed in him. No, I love my dad.
Than I already have.
But yeah, it was fun. It was just like a fun episode, and now I'll never forget it. Now I'm constantly reminding myself, Elyse, that was a good episode. It's like, like, of course, like, it's not my favorite paintball, but
it's not your least favorite paintball.
It's not my least favorite. And like, honestly, like, to be like a good episode that I enjoy, it's like, that's enough. That's good enough for you, right? Like, that's what you need. Because I go in here to be entertained, and I was thoroughly entertained. So, gold star for you, episode.
Modern Espionage. Good job, buddy.
We're so proud.
We're so proud. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't have to be, like completely culturally redefining. It's okay for an episode to be like, that was a good episode. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
and then
I had fun. I had fun
watching that. Thanks, guys. Good job, team. And I don't know. It's fun. It's cute. I appreciate, because I feel like at this point in Community production, they were like, yeah, there's probably not going to be any more Community. Like, for this time, they were like, no, we're pretty sure this time this is it. This is as far as we're going to go. So, and the final season has not been, just like replaying their greatest hits. It hasn't just been like redoing everyone's favorite episodes all over again or clip shows or whatever. So, like, I'm glad we got a final paintball. I'm glad they said, like, this has to be part of the end of Community, but it doesn't have to be the last episode of Community. It doesn't have to be the grand finale with, like, an epic paintball shootout. It's like, we're doing one last fun paintball thing on our way out the door, and it'll be different than our other ones, but not in a worse way. It'll just be, like, smaller. It'll be more slight, because we don't have any money. We're out of money, so we gotta do it small. And it's nice. Thanks, guys. Good episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I appreciate that. Well, great. Well, this will unfortunately likely be your last appearance on this particular Community podcast, but that is only because we're out of Community.
We are. That was it.
We're right there at the end, and you've been with us since very, very early on. So, I don't know, any concluding, if you never get to guest on this podcast or any other Community podcast, do you have any concluding thoughts about the whole enterprise? Its past, its future? It's
just, like, as a whole, it's just been really great that, like, Community came on to Netflix, and just at, like, the perfect time for everyone to start watching it, because I just been enjoying all these podcasts that have been popping up. It just, like, reignite my love for the show, and I love the fact that I am that person. I am the Community person that people turn to talk to Community. And even though there's a lot of people that, like, got in Community beforehand, like, we still joke around that I'm the reason that they got in Community, even though they didn't even know me before. So, but yeah, you all were the first. You were the first one to ask me to guest on a podcast, and I'm just, like, so happy that it happened. Like, I got a friend. We're friends. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Friends.
We're friends now.
Yeah.
So
we've been friends. We DM about manga. We're friends.
Yeah. I got you I baked you cookies.
You did, and I ate them, and they were delicious.
Yeah. So we're friends. But,
absolutely.
like,
sorry about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm glad we're both sorry. We can both be sorry. and tell the other person it's okay. But that won't, speaking for myself, that won't change whether or not I'm sorry.
Yeah, right?
You saying it's okay will not have any effect on me.
That's just the story of my life. I'm just perpetually sorry.
I'm sorry. We're sorry. The montage from Ladders, where Jeff and Abed are just saying, like, we're sorry. We're sorry. And that's how I feel all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been great. This is highlights of my life now.
Oh.
Just me telling all my friends, I'm on another podcast.
A different one. Yeah, how many have you racked up at this point?
I think technically 4 in total different podcasts.
Mm-hmm. But you've been on here now 4 times.
Yeah. No, 5. 5. Yeah. And you started that journey.
That's
you did
right.
that.
That's right.
You made me cool.
I spotted that talent. And now you're a legend. I mean, all I did was, like, on the day of the read-through, or, like, the table read, you know, I saw that picture of you as Darkest Timeline Britta, and I said, that's I spotted that talent. I was like, no, this is a person. So now you're here. Now you're too big. Now you've outgrown me. Now you're bigger than anything we've done.
Absolutely not.
No.
Me crying in the corner. No, please. Don't leave me. We're friends, remember?
I'm not leaving you. It's okay. Yeah, we just said we're friends and that we're both sorry.
Yeah.
Exactly. Instead of goodbye, we say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
And the other one says, like, no, it's okay. I'm sorry. And it's like, no, it's you're not sorry. I'm sorry. It's very fun to be friends with us. It's very easy. I'm so easy to love. And so thank you for joining us, our paintball correspondent, Elyse.
Thank you.
Now you can
for
retire.
having me.
Just that title. You can keep doing other things, but you can retire paintball correspondent.
I'm gonna print out a certificate.
You've graduated from paintball. You've done 4 appearances. We can call those years or semesters or whatever. You've graduated. You got your 2-year degree.
I did it. I'm gonna put it with my other degrees.
Just as useful.
Yeah, they really are. But you think I'm joking? But I'm gonna find. I'm pretty sure there's like make your own certificate things on the internet, and I'm going to do it.
I love it.
And I'll send you a photo.
Please send me a photo. Please tweet a photo, and we will engage, and we will retweet. That is a solemn vow from me to you.
Perfect.
I love it. Well, thank you for your years of service. It is plural years, so we can say years of service. And I know the fans, the listeners, appreciate you as well.
Wow.
Listeners, adulation from the people. Oh, hold on. Do you tell the people where they can find you?
Oh,
tell you. I plugs. Whoops.
I'm still at Princess Bilbo everywhere. Like princess, not a queen yet. Just Princess Bilbo, as in Bilbo Baggins.
And that's how you do it. Okay, now this time for real, with a mouthful of bread. I say cut.
Perfect.
This has been a Talkback Podcast.
That was quite a show, very entertaining.
Please tell your friends about this show.
Boopy doopy doop boop sex.
Larry, I'm on DuckTales.